In my spiritual school of thought, we have a concept called the lower self. And the lower self, in common, mainstream thought, is the ego. And people that aren't changing, the reason why they're not changing is because they're protecting their ego, spending their time protecting their ego, rationalizing and reasoning instead of progressing. Peace. Travis Soda, it's pure sound daily business. And that's what we've been talking about last few episodes. Rationalization and reason and protecting the ego, as opposed to sticking to the growth principles, sticking to the change principles, sticking to the principles of advancement and growth and success and achievement. Instead, taking time, using your energy to protect your ego. We all do this throughout our lives here and there. Simply a matter of how much time do we spend protecting our ego. This is the real spiritual architecture. This is real spiritual when we're talking about high value and low value activities. The classic story of which wolf are you feeding? If you've never heard the wolf story, we have two wolves inside of us. A good wolf, bad wolf. Just cut through all the storytelling of the story. There was a son and father speaking, or a son and daughter, Wolves inside of us, good and bad, and they're fighting. Good wolf and the bad wolf are fighting within us for control over us. And who wins? It's whichever wolf we feed more. We feed those wolves by what we do, what actions we take, what activities we take. Call this high value or low value activities. There has to be a goal. There has to be a want. What do you want to do? There has to be an idea of where you want to be, who you want to be. And then you take action to get there, as opposed to rationalizing and reasoning and staying where you are. That is low value activity, unless that's what you want to do, is stay where you are. Unto yourself, feel smart. Unto yourself, feel comfortable. All these things are fine if you just want to stay where you're at. Unfortunately, what life has taught me, and what I believe, is that you're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. So I actually don't believe you can just stay where you're at. You can just sit still. I actually believe that if you're just staying where you're at and you're just sitting still, you're actually backsliding. You're moving backwards. That's why I call it backsliding. Because really most people, and I do mean most people, are simply not doing enough high value activities. And they're doing activities that keep them where they're at. But really, they're slowly sliding backwards. And it's so slow, they don't even see it until after years of inactivity, of low value activity. That accumulation of backsliding hits them hits them in the form of depression, hits them in the form of frustration, anger, hits them in the form of hopelessness, anxiety, anxiousness, doubt. These are all things that accumulate over time. And I say most people because then as we start to look at our society, in the United States, we start to see these epidemic of loneliness, the epidemic of depression, mental illness. I'm saying all across the spectrum. Just people are diseased. It's not easy. Not feeling well in their mind. Think about I haven't checked this in a while, the divorce rate being 50%, over 50%, let's just say 50%. And if 50% of people are getting divorced, how many aren't happy? How many aren't moving forward? Now, all relationships have ups and downs. All relationships have multiple areas. Meaning, there's just the relationship between the two people. And if you're married and have a family, there's your relationship, your co-parenting relationship, your business relationship, your household management relationship, all these different areas of your relationship. This is how many people are happy. How many people are satisfied? This all comes back to self, though. So you can't be with someone else, be happy with someone else, and bringing it to business. You can't give value to someone else if you're not giving it to yourself first. If you don't find value in yourself, if you're not giving yourself value, if you're not moving forward, how are you going to move forward with other people? How are you going to move other people forward? You can't solve your own problems. How can you solve problems for other people? At a high level. And enjoy your life. Like a song came on, one of the many songs out there I was listening to the other day on the Spotify AI DJ. It was actually a Logic song. And I think it was a remix, but anyway, DJ Drama. And that he was rapping about making a lot of money and not being happy. I just thought that's what this is about. The joy, the emotional part, the happiness, the success, luck, and fortune. So that's part of it right there. Language, communication, culture that we're supposed to have in a society to support ourselves is that he actually been very happy. We talk about success, luck, and fortune as a definition for happy. It's the joy that was wavering. The emotional part was up and down for him. According to this song, hey, maybe it's just a song. However, for people that don't have money, this can be an excuse. Oh, if I made a lot of money anyway, that don't make you happy. Yeah, it's correct. It doesn't. That's what lifestyle design is all about. That's what having a knowledge of how reality works. Reality outside of us and reality inside of us. That's what understanding what we find value and what we've created value for ourselves. What we're interested in, what moves us forward as an individual. Doesn't have to be in business, doesn't have to be making money, It's moving us forward as far as our personal, individual joy and happiness. And understanding how that connects to the value we bring to others, in business, in our career. Connecting these things. This is how we connect and design a life that we find both of those pieces. So it's not just happiness. It's not just the success, luck, and fortune. A lot of people ain't even getting all three. A lot of people at a high level are just getting the success. Getting all three is there's a piece to each part of that brings a wonderment. Again, this is where I say spirituality is just connected. That wonderment of, man, things are really working out for me. I'm helping people. I'm feeling good about it. Connecting your story with other people and moving them, leveling them up. And we all have our part to play. Again, it all comes back to what work are you doing to overcome your ego, to overcome your lower self. And when it comes to some of these things, it's just overcomplicate things. Been contemplating how I'm pretty much, I'm habitually on YouTube. I watch YouTube more than any other screen time. And blowing things out of proportion. I was thinking how everything's trauma. I was watching, I'd say it, I'm a very much a Demon Slayer, the anime manga. I'm a Demon Slayer fan, and a lot of the characters, and a lot of characters of any entertainment, I'm sure some of the best entertainment ever have trauma. But not everything can be explained by trauma. And not every story has to do with something real in the world, so to speak. These are higher concepts. The point being that part of one of the lowest value activities I've seen is knowing a little bit and then just using that one piece that someone knows to explain everything. That is low value activity. That is not getting new ideas and new experiences. And that ultimately is staying in the ego to protect the ego and not having to say, I don't know, and humble oneself. Having the humility to do the first thing of any growth, any development that we've discovered, and that is being open. Open to new ideas, open to new experiences. So are you being open today? Are you opening yourself up to the wonderment that life has for you so that you can level up in your life, solve your own problems, continue to create value for yourself, and bring value to the market? It's Travis Odewell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.